When I looked into her eye, I can see that she glowing. When I asked her what it was, she told me Kandi Koated.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, this is Miss J. Y'all already know how I do. I pop in real quick because I don't like to hold you long because I appreciate you coming to my channel. What you see is the final look that's going to be achieved, just like the thumbnail stated, an easy and simple cut crease using the eyeshadow technique. And I'm going to be detailed, okay? All right, so as you see, there's my beautiful model, Miss Jade. Yes, isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? And what she was laughing at something that we was talking about. But anyway, I'm getting started with the eyes first. Yes, I did this first. And what I picked up is some e.l.f. eyeshadow base. Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. And you know we have to prime our eyes, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm priming her eyes, getting them set up for when I get ready to apply the eyeshadow. Now this base, it dries real quick. And what I'm using there is the Laura Mercier shadow. It looks just like your skin tone, and it goes for any skin tone. Any skin tone. I love using it. It looks just like your skin tone, a skin tone. And I'm doing that to soothe that base down, okay? Then, because if I didn't, the eyeshadow is going to be looking tacky. So I just put there, you always put you some shadow on top to soothe that base out, all right? Now I'm starting her brows. Yes, I left the eyes just like that. Yes, I did. And as I stated, you see I'm starting on her brows. And something happened to my footage. I can't tell you what. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my footage, but that's one eye that I've done. And mainly what you're doing. Now, if I would have kept going with the palette that I used, I would have darkened her background up of her eyelid, but I didn't do that. Matter of fact, she didn't want it done that way. So that's why you don't see that deep dark brown. And as you would do your cut crease with your concealer or your eye primer again, all you do is use your eyeshadow placement. And that's what I just achieved. It works the same way. You're gonna be meticulously and strategically easy when you're putting the eyeshadow. All right, it's the same way. It works the same way. The eyeshadow placement technique for doing a cut crease. And just keep in mind now, if I would have kept applying the brown, look like her flesh, it would have been a darker background. But no, she didn't. She wasn't going for that look. So that's how you do that. That's how you achieve that look. And you see I did the brows, and what I used on the brows was I used some Kandi, and majority of the product is going to be Kandi Koated. I used some Kandi Koated high brow on Fleek eyebrow gel, all right? And that's what I use for her brows also, right along with the eyebrow. Nice, pretty brown eyebrow pencil. I can't talk today, y'all. From the dollar store. Yep, dollar store products do work. And as you see now, I am doing the liner. Yes, she is a crier. She is a crier. But we got through it. And the information, and shall I say the brushes and all that I'm using, I will be listing them down in the description bar, okay? I will be doing that. And I'm just smudging out that eyeliner, all right? And you have to, and you need to smudge out your eyeliner. If you don't, it's gonna look just like you just drew a line. And we don't want that look. We're not going for that look. And the palette here is also Kandi Koated palette called the Safari palette. So what I'm doing, I'm going into that little black, just a little bit. Now when you're working with black or you have to take your time with that. See, because you can make one fall smooth with a black and it'll mess your look up. You would just have to start it all over. So when you're dealing with black, you have to take your time doing it and build it up a little bit at a time. And that's what I'm doing. A little bit of time in the corner. And the palette again is called the Safari palette. Candy Coated Cosmetics by Kandi Berries. I love this cosmetics. And we just came out with a new lipstick. I will be showing y'all it soon. Just came out with a new lippy and some more products also. Which, if you don't know, I'm Angela Johnson. I'm a professional makeup artist, educator, and yes, your North Carolina bedroom candy and candy coated independent lifestyle coach. Okay. So now, as you see where I'm going with the blackness, right in the corners, but a little bit at a time, because again, remember, you have to use a black real easy, because you will mess your look up if you put too much on your brush. And it's all about blending. It's all about blending. And I am my worst critic. I know everybody do makeup different, and I'm very particular when I do my clients' makeup. All right, I'm showing you exactly where I was concentrating that at, right in the corners. And I'm just going back over it again, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And see, what I have to learn is, when I'm doing my eyeshadows, see, I try to get it perfect, and it's no such thing as perfect. Just about close though, just about close. So now the palette you see in my hand, that is the Candy Coated Exposed palette. I'm going into that brown, which you can see I done hit pan in it. I'm going into the soft brown, what I actually used as her transition color. That's what I used. That particular brown is her transition color. We didn't want to go any deeper, but if I would have did that, the cut crease would really be standing out. But you can do a cut crease with just eyeshadow, and I just achieved that. Just showed you how to do that. And this palette here is called Blue Lagoon palette. Oh, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm just reapplying it because I had got some of the black over onto the shadow. And that's a good thing about makeup. When you're doing it, if you make a mistake that's not too far gone, oh yes, you can correct it. You can correct it. And that's what I'm doing now. It's all about blending it real good, so you won't have no line of demarcations, which I know y'all done heard that word so many times, but I know I repeat it. You see how things are blended? The look is coming along real well. Look at Miss Jade. Thank you. And this was not planned, y'all. I was in my she shed doing some bedroom candle work, and she came and asked me to do her makeup. And she said, I do it for YouTube. And you know, I just jumped right at this. Yes, jump right at it. But anyway, yes, see how the look is coming together? And that is our Candy Coated mascara called Drama. And these are some products that she purchased from me. She came ready. She sure did. She came ready. I love this mascara. It has you can twist the wand 3 different angles. I love that. And I'm just, as you see, just doing her lashes, her real lashes, and getting ready to do the liner. And the liner that I'm using is a e.l.f. liner, the little small handled one, because it's the first one I grabbed. Really, I have the actual long one, long black one. And like I said, I'm my worst critic. I try to get things perfect, just as perfect, just close to perfect as I can. I'm trying to get better at that. Because I love what I do. This is my passion. I love what I do. just fanning her eyes a little bit for her. Because she's one of the ones that eyes would tear up when you get around the bottom of her eyes. She's not really used to it. So I'm putting the lashes on, and as I stated, everything that I'm using, I will have it in the description below, okay? And I got the lash on. And when I put lashes on, I try, here it is again, I try my best to get it directly all the way snugly up on the actual line of your lashes. I try my best to get it up there real close and good so it look real natural. Excuse me. And that's what I'm doing there. Making sure that it's up there. And the glue that I use, I'm going to have that down too. It's latex free. What I found out is better as a makeup artist to use latex free glue, period, because, which I have contracts people sign, and I want them to list their allergies, because you never know what a client is allergic to. So it's just best to have latex free glue, not hair glue, not the glue you put on your hair. I would never put that on a client of mine, but to each his own. Okay, I got that one on. And I just dabbed into the Jacqueline Hill palette real quick, because that was what I saw and I grabbed it. And what I'm doing now, you know, when you're doing your liner, you come right back over it with some eyeshadow. So that's what I'm doing, right back over that with some black eyeshadow. And that helps cover the band also. That helps cover the band. You see there's that little bit of e.l.f. liner that I'm using. I'm hoping y'all can see this real good. But y'all, I have 3 more videos. I do my own editing, and it takes me like 5 hours to edit one. I would, on a 45-minute video, I have it down to 25, 26 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all long, because I appreciate y'all coming to my channel. And as you see, I'm doing the other liner. Taking my time to make sure that that's going down right like I want it. I know the look that I'm trying to achieve for her. And remember I stated, the good thing about makeup, if you make a mistake, you can correct it. But see, what y'all didn't see, I made one or 2 mistakes with this liner, and I had to correct it, but you know, that was cut out. But anyway, it happens. It happens. And I know I have to say this because somebody asked me this one time. They're looking at one of my videos. When you see me with my hand on my client like that, it doesn't, I don't be resting my hand on them real hard. It doesn't, because I always ask, could I put my hand on their body like that? But it doesn't be resting real hard. It don't. And doing the same thing, just making sure that I'm covering the band. That's a very good idea, to make sure you cover the band so it will look close to natural as you can. I mean, sometimes you can achieve it, sometimes you won't, but it's okay. It's okay. And like again, I will put the lash information down in the description too. I know I got them off of Amazon. Yes, this was not planned, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. And that's e.l.f. primer, face primer, okay? Matte face primer. That face primer, oh my gosh. Now, I'm a very good fan of Smashbox, but I have fell in love with this e.l.f. face primer, matte face primer. Yes. Oh yeah. It gets the job done. It gets the job done. A lot of people feel like cheap primers don't work. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They work very well. And I've taken pictures of her, no flashback on anything. And now I'm using the Juvia's Place foundations. I had to mix 2 foundations for her. So don't get alarmed. Yikes. I know y'all like, what in the world is she putting on her? But watch how beautiful, and this is full coverage. These foundation sticks are full coverage, but watch how beautiful these foundations oxidize on her. And this is actually my first time using Juvia's Place foundations on a client, y'all. I'm gonna be very, very honest. But this is what we decided to do. And I'm just glad I was able to accommodate her. But that's the good thing about being a makeup artist. Sometimes you have to mix colors to be able to get that one shade. This time, and that's my Real Technique sponge. Yes, it is damp. Please use a damp sponge. And the reason why, if you don't, all your product is going to be taken from you by your sponge. Look at there, y'all. Isn't it gorgeous? And I know it looks like I'm hitting real hard, but I'm not. But look at that foundation, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. Of course, I list the name of the 2 foundations that I combined to get her. Look at there. Isn't it gorgeous? And my face, and my YouTube babies, how about I done got me a new lens? I told y'all Miss J gonna try to have this stuff right for y'all. Yes. I got that nifty 50. Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is my first time actually using my lens to do a client makeup for YouTube. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, come through Juvia's Place. Yes, give them face, Jade. Give them face. That's what I'm talking about. Isn't it gorgeous? And them candy coated cosmetics is awesome on them eyes. Yes. And this is another candy coated product which I done hit pan in. It's called, it's the highlighter, and it's called Climax. Illuminating highlighter. Climax. Oh, what a name, huh? Yes. So this is the way I do her with the highlighter. Yes. And yes, you can sort of I don't know if you can tell, but I was rushing. Because she had somewhere she had to go. And like I stated, this was not planned. And oh yes, she got where she had to go on time. She got there. But isn't it gorgeous? See, you have to trust the process. You have to. Whoever makeup artist you go to, trust the process. Trust the process. I've been doing this over 25 plus years. I love what I do. Even at 59, yes, Miss J is 59. I'm not ashamed of my age. 59, I still love all things beauty. I really do. Still love all things beauty. And she's not a fan of a whole lot of highlighter, y'all. And I know my hand can get heavy sometimes, but she's not a fan of that. So I know when I'm working with her not to go boom. She's not a fan of a whole lot of highlighter. So that's why you see me sort of trying to rub it in a little bit more. Isn't it gorgeous? And see, that's why I put it in right up in there. Right up in the cheekbones. A long gateway. The long gateway. Now look at that. Boom, look at that highlighter. Look at that. You see it hit? You see that light when it hit? Yes, yes. Yes. And that's the reason why I had grabbed a small brush, because I wanted to disperse a small amount. There's another thing. Be careful of the brushes you use, because if you get a big brush, it's going to put a lot up there at one time. And I didn't want that. And as you see, I'm just blending it in. Blending it in. Blending it in. real quick. Real quick. It's gorgeous there. But yes, you can do a cut crease with just eyeshadow. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. Yes, it works the same way it is if you're using your concealer or your eye primer. Just using the eyeshadow placement technique. That's all. I told y'all this was going to be easy, simple, and quick. And I'm just going up under her eyes. Yes, she's going to get watery eyed again. And I'm using the blue from out of that Blue Lagoon palette. Just do the other eye. And always when you're going up under your eyes that way, please make sure you're blending it in, because as I stated earlier, you don't want it to seem like you just took an eyeliner and just went zoop and that's it. You want to blend it in. And then if you're using two colors, make sure you're merging those two colors together. Make sure you're merging those two colors. So I chose to take the blue and put on it the outside of her eyes. In the inside of her eyes. I call it the happy place. Yes, we're about at the last part of it. Now this blush here, this blush is very disrespectful. This is a candy coated blush called Bashful. Now this here is very, as you can see, very pigment. Very pigment. So that's why you see me working that in. Working that in. And actually, I'm using some of the blush now. Now I'm dipping in it for the second time. That was already on the brush. It's very pigment. And this is called Bashful. Now, I do have one called Rendezvous. That's what I use on brides. Look at the highlight. Look at the highlight. Blind you. Look at it. Yes. Yes. Isn't she gorgeous? So now we're dealing with the lips. What I'm using is a lip pencil. It's in brown from actually the drugstore. I list that in the bottom. I'm outlining her lips because at the time I could not find my candy coated truffle that I love using. Couldn't find that. She thought she had hers, but using this from the drugstore, and just little bit at a time, outlining her lips to my liking. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the lipstick that we're gonna be using is Sweet. Yes, it is. Yes, it's Sweet Brownie and Bohemian mixed, and you'll see. We get ready to get to that now. But see how the look is coming together. Now this is Sweet Brownie. Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is really gorgeous, really gorgeous. And I like, now this Sweet Brownie is a matte color. It's a matte lippy from Candy Coated. And as Bohemian. Both of those are matte colors. Both of those colors are matte colors from Candy Coated. Yes. The look is coming together. Again, you have to trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Yep, we're just about finished. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. I'm just loving this lens, y'all. I'm just loving this lens. Yes. And what I'm putting in the center of her lips is from a cosmetic line, P31 Cosmetics, that I use, a lippy that I put middle way her lip also. So she has that, Sweet Brownie, and Bohemian. Isn't it gorgeous? And I'm just making sure that it's blended in real good in her lips. That's all. That's all. Yeah. I told y'all I wasn't gonna hold y'all long, because I appreciate y'all coming to my channel. And I do have two more I'm working on, y'all. I'm getting to them. And while y'all at it, check out my Bedroom Kandi by Angela J YouTube. Oh yeah, slide over there and see what I got to show you. And now what I'm putting on her is the Fenty face powder and honey nut. Hazelnut. I'm sorry, hazelnut. I'm sorry. That's the Fenty face powder that I'm putting on her. And that looks just like her skin. It looks just like her skin. Yes. And when I'm putting face powder on, I don't use a lot at one time. As you can tell, I go over and over again, because I like to spread it out. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a spot sitting right there where you just put it up there. Oh yes, see? There we go. The end product, the end result, y'all. Y'all let me know what you think. Jay, that's right. Give them face, Jay. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Serve them face, Jay. Yes. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good day and continue to be safe.